afternoon, this is Bremster, and today I flatly refuse to solve a puzzle for you, because it's not my job. Today I have something quite different, and I know I've been doing a lot of different stuff on my channel recently, but playing with things is kind of one of the things I enjoy, and that's what I'm doing. So today, the puzzle that you're going to see solved is Sun, Moon and Star by Philip Newman. And it's not going to be me who solves it. So over on the channel called Smart Hobbies, Timberlake, who is a very good solver of classic Sudokus, he has recorded a video of his solve of Sun, Moon and Star, and we pre-arranged to do this as a collaboration where he would send me the video and then I would edit it into a video of mine and he would actually do the solve on my channel. We've been working on this for a while and I'm very happy for him to do it. He is very good at understanding Sudoku techniques. The software he uses, I should have written down the name, but it's detailed in the description below, is not the standard Sudoku. It's not Sudoku Pad, which is what I normally use. So I've reset this into Sudoku Pad. He provided an FPuzzles link. I just moved it into Sudoku Pad. But I'll put a link above to his Smart Hobbies channel above. And yeah, what I'm going to do is, rather than demo this is just a classic Sudoku. I keep doing that. This is a classic Sudoku by Philip Newman, of course. So you must put the digits 1 to 9 in each box, in each row, and in each column. And this is quite a tricky Sudoku. Without knowing the tricks to this one, apparently this puzzle is a real beast. I know I struggled with it when I tried to solve it. However, Timberlake does demonstrate a very nice way of being able to get through the puzzle. So rather than me keep rambling, what I'm going to do now is I am going to hand you over to Timberlake for the rest of the video, and I hope you enjoy it. I will sign off and say good luck with your solving, and over to Timberlake.
Great friend. Timberlake here from Smart Hobbies. This is a collaboration video between my channel, Smart Hobbies, and Bremster. I will show you how to solve this classic Sudoku, Sun, Moon, and Star by Philip Newman by using Set Equivalence Theory. Click on the link below if you want to try this puzzle yourself. And with that, it's solving time. Okay, so it's Set Equivalence Theory. You want to look for the similar type digits, clumps of 3 to 5 of the same digits that are in the same rows, columns, blocks, and then we're going to try to isolate those from the other digits in the puzzle. So let's look at like this 9, 3, 2, 7, 8, 7, 9, 3, 7, 8, 7, 9. So it looks like the digits 3, 7, 8, 9 are all confined to similar columns. So let's look at the 4 columns that just have 3, 7, 8, 9 in it. All right. There we go. And now we see what's left that are not 3, 7, 8, 9. You got a 4, 5, 6, and a 1, 2. So let's focus on this 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 idea. And the idea with set equivalence theory is that each row, column, block in Sudoku is made up of the digits 1 through 9, right? But we know that you can rearrange those sets of digits 1 through 9 other parts of the puzzle. And then like this row has the digits 1 through 9 and this column has the digits 1 through 9. And so if we know some of the knowns in this row, well, they have to appear somewhere in this column. I removed the cells that are the same because we don't, they'll be the same in both the row and the column. But like this 4 and from this row has to be in this column somewhere, and it can't be here in these blank spots. And so it's got to be some of those other spots. Just like this 8, it needs to be somewhere in this row. Okay, so that's kind of how set works. And so the 2 different sets of digits we got are 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then the 3, 7, 8, 9. So now what we want to do is look and see, are there any that are the same? And there is. There's a 2 here and a 2 here. 1 purple, that 2, and 1 orange. Those kind of cancel each other out. So like this 2 in the orange, we know that it could be this 2 right here. So we're going to cancel those out and not worry about it. Now let's count how many orange we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 orange known. And then how many missing purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 11 known orange, 7 missing purple. And these digits aren't the same. So what can we do about that? Well, if you notice, we did 4 columns of orange and only 3 rows of purple. So we need to take away one of those columns of orange to kind of fill in the rest of the purple. So we can take away a whole set of the 3, 7, 8, 9 because there's only 3 rows that we're dealing with. So if you take away one row, 3, 7, 8, 9, those 11 digits now turn into 7, and we have 7 missing digits. So what that means is that these purple need to be of the digits 3, 7, 8, and 9. And that's how set equivalence theory works. And so I'll get rid of these extra ones that are in red because obviously there's a 3 here in block 4, so the 3 doesn't work. Vice versa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 known purples. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 orange. Okay, that's a little goofy, right? 7 to 12. Well, we know we have to add an extra set of the digits 1, 4, and 5, and 6, right? 1, 4, 5, and 6. And we need to add an extra 2 to make up for this 4th because the 2 doesn't appear with these 3, 7s, 8s, and 9s. And so by set equivalence theory, we know that these orange, you get the 7, and you add the 4, 1, 4, 5, 6, and then you add that extra 2 that would be in that extra set of the digits 1 through 9. We know these have to be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay? This is the beauty of set. If you try to solve, maybe you did try to solve this puzzle ahead of time, and you go through it, it's not an easy puzzle. It was rated, most people rated it like 5-star difficulty. Some people had 3s and 4s. It's got swordfish, jellyfish. We're not going to use any of that. Set's going to make this solve a lot more straightforward. So by set equivalence theory, we can say that these orange contains the digits only 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. And the purples, unknown, contain 3, 7, 8, 9. Now let's start solving this puzzle. Okay, first thing you'll notice, 2 and a 2 here in rows 5 and 6. There's only one spot for a 2 there. Boom. This is huge that we solved this 2, because if you remember, we added an extra digit 2 to the orange here. Well, there's only one extra 2. The rest of them have to be 1s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. So what that means is since we only knew one missing 2 were in the orange, you can get rid of all these other 2s. Because we're only trying to find 1, 2. And that's how another part of set that works, is we're looking for 1, 2. 1, 2, you can add an extra 4. So you're looking for 3 4s because of that extra row that's missing. You're looking for 1, 2, you have 3 5s. You have 1, 1. You're looking for 2 1s. Okay, so there's going to be that amount of digits that are in the set. Cool. Now when we do this, and we're only looking for that 1, 2, this creates a lot more great possibilities for us. So let's look at the 4s. You see how there's a 4 coming across and 4 coming down column 7 and across row 5. There's only one spot left for a 4, and that's right there. And you could have solved that ahead of time. Let's look down column 6. 1, 4, 6, 1, 4, 6, and a 4, 6. So that actually makes a naked triple. And so this 1 and 6 are no longer valid. This is a 5. And so we created that naked triple. Now we can solve that for a 5. Nice. Okay. Now we need to focus on some candidates, and we have some actual like naked pairs and quads. I'm going to show that to you. So you see there's a 7, like a 7, 9 right here, 7 and a 9, and there's a 9 coming up column 6. So the 9s have to be in one of these 2 spots right there. So 7, 9 there, and a 7, 9 there, and you have a 7 and 9 on column 3. So the 7 and 9 are actually restricted to these 2 spots. They can't be an 8. Boom. So we can mark that right there. I'll also add in the rest of this row. So the rest of the row would be a 3, 5, 6, 8. You got a 3 right there. So that's a 5, 6, 8. Okay, right here would be a 3, 6, 8. And then you have an 8 right there. So this, and you got a 3 right here. So this is a 5, 6. And that's a 3, 5, 6. Okay, so I filled in those blocks. Let's look down here. You see how you have the 1, 4, 5, 6, and these 4 orange? That's a naked quad. And so with a naked quad, we can fill out the remaining blank 5 spots with 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. So you got a 3 and an 8 there. So this would be a 2, 7, 9. This would be, you got a 9 right there and a 2 right there. So 3, 7, 8. Okay. You still got the 9, so 2, 3, 7, 8. And then right here, you have the 7, so 2, 3, 8, 9. And 2, 3, 8, 9. Okay, what do you notice about these 4 squares right here, these 4 cells? Hopefully you notice that it's also a naked quad, 2, 3, 8, 9. We've now deduced that 2, 3, 8, 9 have to be in these 4 cells. Since that's the case, we can use that to kind of help solve the rest of this and the rest of this row. Because now these 2's have to be limited to one of these 2 spots in this block, so that makes it a claiming pair. You can get rid of that too. And you can get rid of that too. Cool, huh? And once you do that, what do you notice about right here? You have a 7, 9 naked pair. So now the 7s and 9s are limited to these 2 spots here in block 9. And so this is a naked pair. That means the 9s have to be in one of these 2 spots. This 9 comes up here. And then this 9 comes up right here in column 8. Well, there's only one place left for a 9 here in block 3. Right there. So you can solve that for a 9. Nice. Now, let's come down here and let's focus on this cell right there. What can this cell be? Can't be a 1, can't be a 2, can't be a 3, can't be a 4, can't be a 5. It could be a 6, but it can't be a 7, 8, or 9. So you actually solve this for a 6. And once you solve this for a 6, you probably notice there's a 1, 5, 1, 5 naked pair in column 9. You can solve that for a 3. It can't be a 5 anymore. And look at that. We're on our way of solving this puzzle. None of these, since we've used set, none of these have been that difficult so far. Okay. Now, where else can we do some solving? Let's go over back to here, right? We solved that for a 6. Remember, this 2, 3, 8, 9 are stuck right there. So this can't be a 1. And it can't be a 2, and it can't be a 3. It could be a 4, but it can't be a 5, 6, 7, or an 8, 9. So we can solve that for a 4. Nice. And now you solve that for a 4. 4 cutting across, 4 coming down column 7. This is going to be a 4, which makes this a 6. And you can solve this for an 8. And you have a 1, 4 naked pair right there. And so what's remaining in this block? You're missing a 2 and a 3. So 2, 3 there. And a 2, 3 there. Nice. And then 4, 4. This 4 is coming out, so you can solve that for a 4. Okay. And you see this 1, 5, 1, 5. You can actually solve that for a 4 and that for a 1. And now the 1, 5, 1, 5, that's a 6. 1, 5, 6. You can get rid of the 1 and 5 and solve that for a 6, which makes this a 5. This is a 6. And you see, we're just moving on with this puzzle. Only one spot remaining here in this block, and so that has to be a 6 as well. So let's look in here. You got a 1, 2, 5 missing. There's a 1 and a 5, so that's your 2. And there's your 1, so that's going to be your 5, and that's your 1. We can solve that for a 3. We can solve this for a 5. We can solve this for a 2. Solve this for a 1. And if you want, you can go back and look. See, all the oranges are solved. And I bet it's going to be, the same color in the mountains as the purple that we had put in there, because that's how set works. All right, we have what's called a full house right here. There's only one missing cell, which is a 1, so I can solve that for a 1. This has to be 3, 7, 8, because that's what's remaining. You got a 7 and a 3, so this is an 8. Gives us a 3, 7 across row 3. What are these 2 cells? 2 and a 3. I'll mark them just to kind of show that we have looked at those. And then there's only one missing spot here. This 7, 8 is a naked pair. I'll solve this 5 while I'm at it. And so that's going to be your 2. So now we have a 2, 2. 2 is going to be one of those 2 spots. 8, 9 is now a naked pair. You you can actually get rid of those 8s and 9s, right? Nice. And then you have the 7, 8, 7, 8. That's a naked pair, so that's no longer a 7. That has to be a 9. And then that's your 7. Okay. Hopefully these techniques haven't been too hard or challenging for you after we applied set theory. I love doing this. And if you're curious, you want to check out my channel. I do Sudoku live solves, kind of like this. I do tutorials where I'll show you how to do beginner, intermediate, advanced strategies. I like showing a bunch of different advanced strategies for classic Sudokus, and also these analysis videos. I'll watch a world-class solver solve a puzzle. I'll look at the video and I'll take it down and I'll tell you about what they did great, what they might have missed, and also some alternate solve paths. Those are my analysis videos. So please feel free to check out Smart Hobbies. I'll put a link in the description below and you can check that out. And if you're kind of curious about set equivalence theory, I will also put a link about my tutorial and explain a little bit more about how you set a puzzle up for set and why it works. I know I kind of jumped into it with this particular puzzle because I wanted to show you set, get you interested in it, and then kind of break it down as we went through the solve to kind of prove and validate, yeah, it really does work. Okay, let's finish the rest of this solve. What are we looking at right here? What's remaining in this particular block? We need a 1, 3, looks like a 1, 3, 5, and, oh, excuse me, no, we got a 5 over there. A 1, 3, 6, and 9. So if you look right here, 1, 6, 9, this has to be a 3. And then you have the 6, 9 right there. This has to be a 1. And then what's remaining is 6, 9. So I'll put 6 9s there. And then what's the remaining parts of this cell? You're looking for a 1 and you're looking for a 4. I'll mark the 1 and 4 there just to kind of keep us as a placeholder. And then what are we missing down here? We're missing a 5 and an 8. So another 5, 8. Naked pair down there. Okay, great. Not too bad. If you look up column 4, there's 4 missing digits, 6, 9, 7, 8. So we know 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got to be in these two, but you see a 7, 8, and 9 come across row 2. So that has to be a 6. So now we can actually solve that 9 and that for a 6. And then up here, this will need to be a 7, 8 to kind of fill in what's at the bottom there. Okay, and now let's kind of work our way through the rest of this. What's remaining in this block 2, right? We're looking for a 3, 7, 8, 9. So you see 7, 8, and 9. So that has to be your 3. So now we can solve this for 7, that for 3, this for 2, that for 3. These are all naked singles, by the way. We marked them, and since we solved one part of it, then the other one has to be the solution to the puzzle. That's the beauty of bi-value cells. Let's finish the rest of block 2. So that has to be your 9. And we notice we got rid of the 3, solved the 3 there. So that's a 2, and that's a 3. Now we can work our way up columns 1 and 2. What's the last 2 digits here? We're looking for a 1 and a 6. You see the 6 right there. So this has to be your 6, and that has to be your 1, which means we can now solve this for a 4, and that for a 1. Getting near the end, right? What are the 2 digits missing here in row 2? And so what I'm doing is I'm looking in the block, but then I'll cut across and use my peripheral to go, hey, I'm missing a 4 and I'm missing a 5. I see a 4 right here. So this has to be your 4 and that has to be your 5. Since I solved this for a 5, now that's 8, that's a 5, that's a 9, and that's an 8. I love filling in the candidates and being able to solve it again right away. So we have 2 spots remaining. We're missing a 2 and a 7. I'll see the 7 right here. So this has to be your 2 and that has to be your 7. Check out my channel, Smart Hobbies. You want to see more cool solving videos like this. Brimster, thank you so much for letting me feature this video on your channel. I'm a huge fan, and I'm glad I can bring more value to your channel. Thank you so much for watching.